Good to have you. Program number 2. Welcome. I have a couple of really important loose ends to cover with you. One is that I've been getting a lot of questions about Michael. I'm looking for the app on the App Store and I can't find it. Well, I've made it way easy for you. And I've got my phone in front of me. I'm going to go to my Facebook over the top page. And I put a link on that page now. So all you need to do is go to that particular page. And what I've done is, here it is. Right here. It's over the top. I'm scrolling down. Where are you? Here it is. There's the link right on my page. All you need to do now is tap the link, and it's going to take you right to the Apple Store, the App Store. There it is. And all you need to do is hit open. And now you're in the game. That's all it is. So that should take care of it. Good to see you. Christy Laurie just joined me. Good to see you, Christy. Thanks for coming. I'm learning how to use this damn thing. And there's so much stuff. I just see a little heart going through. You guys are the bomb. You're in the game. Listen, while I have you, I've got a couple other things I want to cover with you. And the biggie is I want to talk about this whole idea of, I'm calling it the big picture behind tracking. Because a lot of stylists, they don't get it. It's like, why do I want to do that? Well, I'm going to cover that now. And if you ever came to my class, I'll say things like, winners keep score. What gets measured gets improved. KV is in the house. She's on my program right now. Christy B, thanks for joining me, KV. Anyway, KB, I got work to do. I got to go back and I got to talk to my peeps. Anyway, when you come to my classes, I'll talk about winners keep score and what gets measured gets improved. But that's not big picture. I had this incredible OMG aha the other day, and I want you to listen closely. Tracking, anytime you're measuring what you're doing behind the chair, it makes us tremendously aware. And you go, aware of what? Well, but one is obvious. It makes me aware of how much money I have coming in. But here's the big one. Listen close. I work very fast. It makes us aware of where the money is coming from. How many guests I did today. Some of them, were they repeaters? Hi, Barb. I know you're in the house. Good to have you. Are they repeats? It helps to us to become aware of average ticket. It rebooks, and you go, well, big deal. It is a big deal. Listen close. I'm going to give you the law of awareness. What we're aware of, we can manage. What we're unaware of manages us. So here's the gajillion-dollar question. Are you managing your business behind the chair? Are you managing your clientele? Are you managing your book, or is your book, your clientele, managing you? Awareness, what I'm aware of, I can manage. What I'm unaware of manages me. Here's some other things that tracking helps you do. When you start understanding the numbers, sometimes you start seeing, gee, I'm becoming aware that I'm not doing things quite right. There's something I'm doing that's getting in my way. When we track, it makes us aware, right? What I'm aware of, I can stop. What I'm unaware of stops me. Get it? So that's the big picture. That's the big why behind tracking. Now here's the contradiction. Most stylists don't track. Jose, good to see you. Most stylists don't track. Ask me why. Why? Because up until the tracking app, it took too damn much time. It took too much rigor. Most of us are not math smart, so we had to calculate. Thanks for giving me some love. Kayla Ray Dickerson is in the freaking house. Anyway, that we wouldn't track because it took too long. It was manual. I had to add, then I had to subtract, then I had to divide, then I had to multiply. And it's like, no, the hell with this. That all went away with tracking. You can now do in a nanosecond what used to take you 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and you don't need any math. You key it in and you dial it down. Now, it's going to take you a little bit of practice to learn to navigate the app, but you don't want to be intimidated by that. Now, there's a whole bunch more I could say to you about that, but I got other stuff I want to cover. Now, and the other stuff is, many of you have been saying, oh, so I don't need this anymore? I don't have to plan? No, Skippy, no. You need to continue. This is planning. This is tracking. This is tracking on the tracking app. This tracks at the end of the day. This is called planning on the beginning of the day. To the degree that you plan right, you love what you see when you start measuring what you treasure. So if you stop doing this, you're throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Now, I've really kind of given you what I wanted to give you. So I'm going to leave a few minutes to see if you got any questions. I'm looking. Roger's in the house. Lynn's in the house. Sharon's in the house. Kay Parker, you're in the house. Good to see you. I see all you guys every day on my news feed. I follow you. I tell you to keep on booming now. You're hanging out with me tonight. So if you got any questions, this would be the time to ask me so that I can clear it up. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I want to tell you? Oh, yes. On the tracking app, there's this thing called the calendar. If you press it, it'll let you scroll, if you want to, because many of you are asking me, can I go back to January 1 and key in my data? Of course you can. You go to January, you can start January 1. You can see I'm going to hit select. The app brought me to January 1, and now I can basically say, okay, in January on that day, well, wait a minute, that was New Year's Day. Why didn't you tell me that? I'm going to go to January 2, right? And I can go back and I can look in my records and go, yeah, I did one new guest on that day. I did one referral on that day. I did 3 repeats on that day. I rebooked 2 people on that day. I did two haircuts. No, wait a minute. I did 5 haircuts on that day. Now, sometimes if you get a little hyper like I am, you can you plug in, you hit the wrong digit, and you can go back and you delete it, but you don't freak, right? So where am I now? I'm going to go back down to, I got the haircut. Oh, I did 2 chems on that day, and I did 3 additionals on that day. I had a $500 day in service. This is on January 2. So I went back to January 2, and then I had $100 in retail, and it was a great day. I had $150 in gratuities. Now, some of you are missing it. You hit done. You have to hit done, and then you hit submit. There you are, submit. So it's done and submit. In my next upgrade, I'm going to take done off because it's confusing you. I'll put like next. You hit next, and then you can hit submit, and you're in the game. Some of us need more practice being users. So let me see. I got Susan's in the house. Good to have you, Suze. So happy to share with my students, conversation starters, comments. So at any rate, you've got that down, all right? So let's see. Is there anything else that I want to cover that's on my mind with you? No, I think I've covered it. I got the planning covered. How to download the app. I want to hang out with you like this on a daily basis. I'll come up with some questions. If you want to send me questions on my FB page, so I'm more prepared for you. But I love this conversation. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking about just having a Michael Cole FB live. Maybe do that once a day. You know, like push out information. Look at you, sending me a lot of loves. They have all these little icons here as I'm learning how to use it. Oh, wow, this is great. Amanda's in the house. Leslie's in the house. Peter Cole is in the house. My kid's watching me. Good to have you in the house as well. So I'm looking. I've been hanging out with you for 10 minutes. Listen, I don't want to take any more of your time. It's Friday night. Have a great night. Don't drink too much Cuckoo Pop. Hairdressers are notorious. You give them 2 glasses of Cuckoo Pop, they think they're freaking invisible. So good to hang out. And if you have any questions, dial them in on Over the Top. The link is on the Over the Top page. So I'll see you soon. This is freaking awesome!